Hello, my name is Sherrick O'Quinn, and this is my gift to you. I'm a minister, educator, actor, life coach, and most importantly, I'm a change agent. This video and this channel is designed to give you all the tools and resources you need to help you step into living your most authentic life, help you step into living out all the purposes and callings on your life, and most importantly, help you step into being the change agent that you are designed and destined to be. And today's gift is arrest your thoughts. Arrest your thoughts. Has there ever been a moment where you found yourself just being assaulted by your thoughts, where your thoughts were just running rampant? Thoughts of insecurity, anxiety, maybe depression, maybe thoughts of unworthiness or not being loved enough or insecure. I found myself having moments like that. And in those moments, it is critical to arrest your thoughts. It's kind of like imagining a house or a residence, right? So you would never allow anyone that you don't, call great company to come into your house. People who are energy sappers, people who are disrespectful or destructive to your home or your environment, or people who are outright dangerous to your health and the people and things that are inside your home. What you would do is you would kick them out, or you wouldn't invite them to your house in the first place, right? And in the same way, we have to recognize that we have that same type of agency and authority to police our mindset, to police our thought life, to police the residents of our mind. And once you start doing that, you'll start seeing that you start to gain more control over your beliefs, how your beliefs and your thoughts impact your emotions, and how they also impact your actions. So how do you arrest your thoughts? How do you start gaining control over kicking out those thoughts, those limiting beliefs, those false narratives, and everything that does not serve you and does not affirm you? How do you do that? So the first thing that you have to do is you have to have awareness. The second thing is have inhibition. And the third thing is you got to do it differently. Together, all three of those things equal A.I.D. A for awareness, I for inhibition, and D for do it differently. So if you need an aid to help you arrest your thoughts, I'm going to give it to you. And it starts off with awareness. You have to be aware of the thoughts that are in your head, the thoughts that are triggering those emotions you don't want, the thoughts that are causing you to act in ways that are incongruent with who you know yourself to be and who you want to be. And you cannot change beliefs, you cannot change emotions, you cannot change actions and habits until you first have an awareness of the thoughts that are driving them. It's kind of like trying to get rid of a critter in your household, right? If you ever had a mouse in your house, you know that if you're unaware of it, you're not going to lay a trap out for it. But as soon as you start seeing mouse droppings around the house, you're on alert, and you go get that trap so you can get rid of that mouse. Or you'll put some type of mouse home so you can safely remove the rodent and put it outside or outdoors or wherever you may put it. In the same way, you have to have awareness of what's going on in your mind in order to start arresting those thoughts and kicking them out. So here's a good way to do that, especially if you don't have a practice of mindfulness, to be able to recognize the thoughts and what I like to call the undertow of our mind. So have a journal. It can be a journal just like this, or it can be you just keeping a journal of notes and entries and a memo in your cell phone. Start journaling all of your thoughts, the good thoughts, the bad thoughts, and the thoughts that are in between, the indifferent thoughts. Just by you doing that, you're working a muscle of actively being more aware of the thoughts that are coming to your mind. And as you start writing that down, because you can do it at the end of your day, you can do it in the middle of the day, you just need to start a habit somewhere, and it has to be consistent, that you'll start developing the muscles to be able to, in real time, identify when you're having thoughts that are invading your mind and that are running rampant and that are thoughts that are shifting you in ways that you don't want to be shifted. So that's number one. having awareness. Now, I was just talking about journaling. Journaling actually leads me to the second part of A.I.D, awareness, inhibition, and do it differently. So inhibition. Inhibition means stop, right? So you want to stop that thought. Once you have awareness that you're having that thought, you want to stop it. So if you're journaling, a great way to start stopping those thoughts is to journal not only those thoughts that you have, but start writing down things that are mantras, or truths about you, so that when you have those thoughts, then you have something to combat it. The next thing that you can do, when you find yourself having these thoughts and you need to be able to stop the thought and get it out of your mind, is sometimes you have to recognize that you have to get out of here and outside into your body or into your environment. Because when you do that, then you can start thinking more from a centered place. One thing that I love to do is do a sensory inventory. What I'll do is I'll take a moment and I'll ask myself, what do I feel? What do I taste? What do I touch right now? What do I smell? What do I see? And as specifically as I can, I'll try to name off as many things or observe as many things that I can see, taste, touch, smell, and feel. And just by doing that, it takes me out of my head. So then I can identify what's going on in me and clear my brain. Another great way to just inhibit those thoughts is to practice meditation, some type of meditation. There are a lot of different ways that you can practice. There is no wrong or right way, but meditating can get you out of your mind long enough so you can identify the thought and then give yourself the space so you can then arrest that thought. Another way that you can do that is also to do what I call, or what not I call, but Mel Robbins, who's an excellent resource, is the 5-second technique. So if you count backwards from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, from 5 to 1, just like that, you're actually giving your mind a reset. It's a psychological resource that you can use to actually reset and reframe your mind so that you give yourself space to then allow a new and different thought to come in. And last but not least, but just as impactful, is sometimes all you need to do is just acknowledge the thought that you're having. Because sometimes the reason why we struggle with the thought is because we're ignoring the thought. And we're trying to act as if that thought doesn't exist. And because you try to ignore the thought, you do the opposite of what you want. Instead of removing the thought, you place more emphasis on the thought. And then you get stuck and mired in that thought even more and more and more. So awareness, you need to have awareness of the thought. Inhibition, you need to then arrest the thought, identify it, and kick it out. And then once you kick that thought out and cleared your mind, then you have to do it different. And this is important. Just like if you cleared a room of air, if you sucked out all the air in the room that you're in right now, air would get back in. Now, let's say that air was bad air, right? If you want good air to come back in, you would want to make sure that you would pump good air back into that room. So you have to be very intentional about putting something good back in that empty place. So when we remove the bad thoughts, the thoughts that aren't serving us from our mind, there's a vacuum there. And there's going to be thoughts that come back in. So here's where you got to be really intentional. That is the moment where you have to then reframe the thoughts that you're having, or have a thought already in your back pocket ready to go to be put into the place of the thought that you had just eliminated and got rid of. This is where having mantras is very, very, very good. I have several mantras that I write down. And what I advise to you, especially if you're practicing this now and starting to practice having this type of mentality, is just have 2 or 3 mantras that you write down. It can be, I am loved, or it can be, I don't believe in self-doubt. It can be something that simple that you can write down, that you can memorize, or that you can have in your phone. So you can take a phone out and look at it. And when you start having some of those thoughts, just pop that mantra into your head in place of that thought or any other thought, and think about something that is true, that is affirmative, and that is helping you step into who you know that you are and who you know that you're becoming. That, my friend, is how you aid yourself to arrest your thoughts. So again, it's awareness, inhibition, and do it different. Do it different. Once you get rid of that thought, direct yourself to a new thought, to a better thought, to a true thought. And that, my friends, is my gift for you today. Arrest your thoughts. If you like this video, if it impacted you, like the video, share it with someone that you think could also benefit from this video. And also, please, please, please click the button below and subscribe. If you want to follow me and all of my endeavors, please check me out on Instagram or on Facebook. And if you are interested in working with me and doing a free life coaching consultation, you can reach out to me on social media or email me at sherrickcoaches@gmail.com. Again, that's sherrickcoaches@gmail.com, and I'll include it here as well. So, my gift to you is arrest your thoughts. Take that and run with it. So, thank you. Be blessed. Go be great. Peace.